Once again, very good morning, good afternoon to all of you. And let me start. That we started with introduction to portfolio theory, right? Module 4, we started with portfolio theory. So I gave you just introduction of it, that what is it. Then we discussed traditional portfolio theory. Then we discussed Markowitz and modern portfolio theory. Just a second, let me just take this call. So we understand modern portfolio theory. You please go through it once. These are the points we discussed yesterday. Okay, then we discussed. Yeah. Now, there were two things you just can. There are two things that you should take care. I mean, you should judge the performance of the portfolio, that is expected return and expected risk, right? So as I told you that Markowitz gave this concept of understanding return of portfolio and risk of portfolio. He explained or given a statistical model to calculate risk and return, right? So now once you are given the portfolio, right? See, return is very easily can be calculated, right? Just we used to calculate the expected return probability with the return, right? You know that if please recall that second module, right? That we have been given possible rate of return and probability of that return probability of this return occurring of that return, right? So what we used to do is we always used to do is sigma ri into pi, that probability into return, right? And then total of this, that was our expected security return, right? So that is computation of expected return for an individual asset. It was for computation of the expected return for the individual asset, right? It was for the individual asset, right? Now we are going to talk about the expected return for a portfolio, right? Portfolio will have more than two asset, right? Okay. So in that case, you will have to do one more thing, that you will have to multiply this expected return with its weight. What we will need to do is we will need to multiply. We had RIPI, right? So जो expected return था, we had multiplied with PI, then we will multiply it with its weight. So it will be RI into PI into WI. So whatever the expected return we have of the individual assets, we will multiply it with the weight of that particular asset into the portfolio. हो सकता है ना, that in the portfolio there is 4 types of assets and each of assets have 25% in each of this portfolio, right? So the return will be the weight into return, right? So the here is the formula, right? How you will write portfolio return? We will write expected return, expected portfolio return, right? So this is the formula. EP into bracket R is equal to sigma weight of individual security into return of individual security. So this is the way to calculate the expected return. Return, to calculate return was easy method, right? So he explained us that how to calculate the return. But the next important thing was the standard deviation of a portfolio, right? So when we talk about individual risk, individual asset, how we used to call the risk, have we used to calculate the risk? We used to have possible rate of return, right? We had RI, possible rate of return, right? Then we had expected rate of return of each security, right? Then how we had calculated this expected rate of return? It is the average of this, right? Sorry, it is RI into PI, probability of each return, right? So then from RI minus expected return, right? Then RI minus expected returns square, then probability, and RI minus expected returns square multiplied by probability, then multiplying this 2, right? And then it will give us the variance. When we will take square root of it, it will give us standard deviation. So then we got the standard deviation. So this is our standard deviation. This is how we used to measure the risk of individual asset, right? Now, when he said that to calculate the standard deviation or of a return of a portfolio, right, expected return of the portfolio, standard deviation of expected return of the portfolio, right, how we will calculate it? Here we are talking about Markowitz portfolio theory, right? Okay. So the two basic concept in statistic, that is covariance and correlation, must be understood before we discuss formula for the variance of the rate of return of the portfolio. So before we discuss the risk of risk of the portfolio, we should talk about the covariance and the correlation of the return. So he gave this concept, and this was the new concept, which was, no, the statistics concept were old, but using those statistical concept in portfolio, finding a portfolio risk was different. Okay, so what is a covariance of a return or a covariance of the portfolio? Covariance is a measure of the degree to which two variables move together relative to their individual mean value over the time. I'll explain you, don't worry. Let me first read. In portfolio analysis, we usually are concerned with the covariance of rates of. A positive covariance means that the rates of return for two investments tend to move in the same direction relative to their individual means during the same time period. In contrast, a negative covariance indicates that the rates of return for two investments tends to move in different directions relative to their means during specified time intervals over a time. The magnitude of the covariance depends on the variance of the individual return series as well as the relationship between the series. See, we are talking about covariance, right? As we all know, variance, right? We do know variance. What is variance? When we square the standard deviation, that is our variance, right? So here we are talking about covariance. Covariance is the relationship or degree of relationship between the variance of the two variables, right? It is the correlationship, it is the relationship between variance of two different returns. So here what we used to call is, we used to just calculate the covariance of two different return. We used to calculate the variance of two different return. Now we will learn that how to find the relationship between these two variants, right? आपको अगर याद होगा तो मैंने yesterday when I explained you portfolio theory, I told you, right, that to reduce the portfolio risk, that is systematic risk, right? To reduce the systematic risk, we should diversify it. We should diversify it in such a way that both of them are moving is opposite to each other, and whether those securities are moving in अपोजिट डायरेक्शन और नॉट, ये जानने के लिए हम क्या कैलकुलेट करेंगे, कोवेरियंस कैलकुलेट करेंगे. कोवेरियंस क्या है? कोवेरियंस इज द रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. It is the rate of return for two investment tend to move in the same direction or in the opposite direction, right? अगर वो same direction में move कर रहे हैं, that means उसके पास positive covariance है. अगर वो negative डायरेक्शन में कर रहा है, मतलब एक का वेरिएंस बढ़ रहा है तो दूसरे का वेरिएंस कम आ रहा है, देन इट विल बी considered as negative covariance, right? Now how you will calculate the covariance of the portfolio, right? It will be the sigma of two different return from its expected return. So each of individual return का हम actual return से expected return minus करेंगे, then we will multiply each of them and then we will add all of them. So that was the covariance of the portfolio, right? So we will understand how to calculate it, but this is for your understanding what is covariance and correlation. Okay, now it was very difficult. It was very difficult to measure the covariance, right? It is always very difficult to measure the covariance, क्योंकि covariance की डिग्री आप जनरली कैलकुलेट नहीं कर सकते हो. Yes, anybody is having any doubt? Okay, so we discussed covariance, right? We will learn to calculate it because it is there. This is the practical subject and we will have to learn that how to calculate covariance. I'm just explaining you right now. Acha. So it is, you know, it is difficult to measure the covariance. No, not measure the covariance, but understand the measurability of the covariance. Right. So suppose if you have been given number minus 5.06 in our example, it might indicate a weak negative relationship if the two individual indexes were volatile, but would reflect a strong negative relationship if the two indexes were relatively stable. Obviously, we want to standardize this covariance measure. So to standardize the covariance measure and to understand that whether which is the right degree of covariance, we find the correlation, right? So covariance is enough to find the standard deviation, but we cannot measure it, we cannot understand it, so we convert them into correlation. Now correlation will always be when you standardize the covariance by the product of the individual standard deviation of the individual security. It will give you correlation coefficient, which will be always from -1 to +1, right? -1 to +1. If the value is +1, it means it is perfectly positive, right? And it is a linear relationship. इसका मतलब है, इसको how you will interpret, आप उसको ऐसे interpret करोगे कि दो security will move together in a completely linear manner. मतलब दोनों एक ऊपर जाएगा तो दूसरा भी ऊपर जाएगा. That will be a linear relationship between two security, right? दोनों security एक के साथ एक ऊपर जाएगी, right? If the answer is -1, if the correlation and coefficient is -1, that means it suggests the perfectly negative relationship between the two return index which has been given into the question. So that once you receive the answer -1, that means it is a negatively correlated. इसका मतलब है दोनों सिक्योरिटी के रिटर्न एक दूसरे से डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन में मूव करते हैं, राइट? दैट मूव इन द डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन. इसका मतलब है नेगेटिव कोरिलेशन, इट मूव्स इन द डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन, right? So the correlation can be -1 or +1, but actually we need to see what is the covariance of return, right? Covariance of the return को हम standardize करेंगे correlation के साथ. When we have standardized correlation, that means it will be ranging from +1 to -1. If it is +1, that means it shows perfect positive relationship, and -1 that means negative relationship. See, in this module वैसे we have all the question practical question, but if you asked theory question, you may be asked that explain what is covariance or write a short note on covariance and correlation. So you should be able to answer this, right? And hence I'm explaining you theory right now. We will learn to calculate it practically, right? So this is the method how we will calculate it. So we will calculate it from it tomorrow. And once we find the correlation and coefficient of the two individual return, now we will reach to calculate the standard deviation. अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? Variance calculate कर रहे थे दो security का. Right? Once we know the variance, now we will calculate the standard deviation. Okay. Okay. So, you may be asked this also, okay, explain what standard deviation of the portfolio. The standard portfolio standard deviation formula that now we have discussed, concept of covariance and correlation, we can consider the formula for computing the standard deviation of return for a portfolio of assets, and that is the actual risk measure of our portfolio. Now we had calculated covariance and correlation, now we can understand calculating of standard deviation. The expected rate of return of the portfolio was the weighted average of the expected return. We know, right? We had multiplied a return with its weight, right? Now, the weight where the percentage of value of the portfolio, one might assume it is possible to derive the standard deviation of the portfolio in the same manner, calculating the weightage. But computing the weighted average of the standard deviation for the individual assets, but it would be a mistake. Markowitz in 1959 derived the general formula for the standard deviation of the portfolio as follows. So this is what the formula he gave. Right, so this was the standard deviation formula of the portfolio. Now today we will understand the criticism of this theory, and then we will end this session here. Tomorrow we will learn to actually calculate covariance, correlation, standard deviation of two portfolio. Okay, so now let us understand criticism. Can you just read the slide? I'm giving you 2 minutes. Please read the slide and then I'll explain. Okay. See, when we calculate the standard deviation, right? It is understood after जब Markowitz theory आया उसके बाद बहुत सारी theories आई, तो it is understand that historical mean return से calculate करना it will be a poor standardized method to calculate the future mean return, है ना? History में जो हुआ था वही उसी तरह से future में होगा, वो कैलकुलेट करना गलत है. रिटर्न आप एक्सपेक्टेड कैलकुलेट करो तो वो समझता है, रिस्क इस तरह से कैलकुलेट करना इज रॉन्ग, इज नॉट सच राइट थिंग, राइट? Then the next thing which has been that say that as the number of security increases, राइट? सो उतने ही ज्यादा कोरिलेशन आपको फाइंड करने पड़ेंगे, उतने ही ज्यादा कोवेरियंस यू विल हैव टू फाइंड, एंड उतने ही ज्यादा स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. सो कोरिलेशन फाइंड करना अमंग टू सिक्योरिटी इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. आई विल टेल यू. सपोज देयर इज टू सिक्योरिटी, राइट? इफ अगर देयर इज टू सिक्योरिटी, राइट, 1 and 2, sorry, A and B, right, then you will have to find the correlation between A and B. But if there is 3 security in portfolio, then you will have to find correlation of A to B, A to C, and B to C, right? The same way, if you have the security 4 security A, B, C, D, right? Then you will have to find the correlation of A to B, A to C, and A to D, right? Then the correlation of B to C, B to D, and correlation of C to D. So you will altogether find the 6 correlation when there is a 4 security. Now imagine if there is a 10 securities in your portfolio, then how many correlation you will find? So as the number of security increases, the number of correlation also increases, right? ओके इनकरेक्ट इनपुट के साथ ये मॉडल डील नहीं करता है. सो यू वंस यू हैव इनकरेक्ट इनपुट इट विल your whole calculation will be your whole method will go into the vein, right? And the next and last point is that as there is a new development now, people and technology आई, optimization modules create हुए, बहुत सारे सॉफ्टवेयर्स आ गए. आफ्टर दैट मेनी रिसर्चर्स हैज गॉट इंटरेस्ट in improving the method further, right? So uske baad concept of beta and all those concepts came into the picture, but basically the things remain the same, that is the correlation and covariance among two security. So that's it for the day. I will discuss tomorrow. We will have practicals, right? That will be the sums of standard deviation and return and correlation and covariance. So please be ready with your book and pen, right? If there is any doubt, please let me know. Otherwise, we will